When I played in Europe, Landon's played in Europe, and we've always had to answer the question of like, how do Americans learn the game? Because it's not our game. We didn't grow up with soccer. I would often tell them like, yo, the American fan is different. We learn soccer very differently. And I point to your example with Didier Drogba, but Landon and I have friends in a lot of other sports. My friends that were going back to the 2000s that were in the NFL and played in the NBA, they're like, I got to go to Barcelona to see Messi, and I'm like, why? He's like, yo, I play FIFA or EA every time on the road, and I'm like, this is a guy who's never kicked a soccer ball, knows nothing about soccer. The only educational medium he had was a video game, and that's for like millions of people. And so I think for the women's game, that's exciting because it's like people will learn more about the women's game through a video game, which isn't a bad thing because half of our country learned about it, And so do you still get that sense as you're more immersed in EA as your obviously full-time job do you see how impactful it can be in the soccer landscape?
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, people are suddenly watching women's European football, like they're tracking NWSL players. A perfect example, actually, we did this campaign in Ultimate Team. It was like a fantasy campaign where we pick a bunch of players and they get upgraded based on like their performance in real life. And we had this player item for Frida Rolfo, who was at the time playing at Barcelona. And when we first released the item, like a big thing in Ultimate Team is kind of like their links, and she's Swedish, so that's not like the most popular country of players to play with. When we first released that player item, people were like, and then they realized that the Barcelona women's team is absolutely filthy and that this player item was going to upgrade really quickly and become really powerful. And suddenly people were watching all their games. People were commenting on all of her stuff on social media. Like it got to a point where she was posting being like, what is this? Why are you all yelling at me? Like, and at the time she was coming back from an injury. And so I selected her, like, and this is where my player knowledge comes in. I had seen like little inklings of she might be on the track to be healthy for this next game. Like I saw photos of her in training. I saw what she was participating in, and I'm like, I think she's going to be healthy enough for this campaign. And it just like popped off. And suddenly she was posting with her new player item. All these new fans were commenting on her stuff. It's incredible what this video game can do for women's soccer and women's sports. And that's like the example I use every time.